You were tuned in to G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button as you come on in. We are coming off of a very, 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 very busy weekend of boxing. And of course, I got my main man with me, my right hand. VP Shane is in the building. What is going on, good brother?
I'm good, man. What's up with you? Well, how you doing? How you been?
Hey, man. Staying up half a Saturday, half a Sunday to get all these fights watched, man. Like, it was absolutely
I give
crazy,
you
man.
credit because you watched every single fight. I mean, you watched. I remember I spoke to you in the morning. I didn't get to watch the Moloney fight until I woke up, and I
Yeah.
didn't. I didn't watch the American fights until I woke up. But I watched the Ortiz fight straight away. But I remember speaking to you, and you already had watched the Buatsi card as well. So.
Yeah. Got my guy Adrian in the building. He in here early.
But
Adrian, what's going
I'm
on?
glad you're in the building as well, bro, because you have to eat some crow. I'm looking at the fantasy
Oh,
league now.
he won too?
This guy, I think he only got 1 point this week.
Hey, Adrian, man, come on, man. Now, this is Fantasy League talk for the people that don't know. G5JeffTV.com. We got a boxing
After
prediction.
checking if he was one, if he, I think he was one. I think he was one.
Yeah, but we appreciate you being up in here, bro. We really do. It was crazy because it was so many lower tier fights as well that went on. Like, I didn't even know Truck Simpson fought Saturday.
And
I
I
had to
didn't
catch
even know.
that fight.
I didn't. You're the one who's telling me that now. I didn't even know that.
Now I don't know if I'm pronouncing this. Oh, this she is from oh my god. Hold up. They supposed to be on the show, bro.
Liquor spot.
Liquor spot. Yes, that is the young queen from the liquor spot. What is going on?
The truth is, you've been meaning to get those women on the show. I've wanted to get women on the show from the start. I'm a guy. When it comes to women, I always get women on the show.
Listen, let me tell you something. We are such advocates for females that are into boxing, man. I feel like that is something that the game is expanding, but we need more of it. So it's more female fighters. Now we have more females with channels, and like females, like they know they boxing better than some men. I tell you that much. But big shout out to you. Big shout out to you. We appreciate you jumping on, like for sure. But I'm telling you, the invitation is still out there. We still would love to have you on. I know you was waiting for Boxiana, but if we can get y'all on and work something out, we definitely want to do that.
We don't mind even going on your show, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. We got a new. He said, "What's up, fellas from Inglewood, from Cali in the building? What is going on, man?
Shout out to you. Hit the like, subscribe button.
Hit the subscribe button. Join the website too, man. We got a boxing fantasy prediction league going on, and I'm on top of the heat right now.
Some people are eating crow right now. I ain't gonna say no names, but I'm not at the top, so I'm not gonna really say too much. But Jeff at the top, Jeff had a good week. But if you're new, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to G5JeffTV.com. And as Jeff loves to say, this is one of the channels where the subscribers, the viewers, we'll send you a link. You can jump on whenever you want.
Absolutely. My bro Conrad Boxing met his family. Another one is eating crow. Oh man, Swaro is in the building. Is Swaro in?
Swaro is in the fantasy league.
Hey Swaro, get yourself together, man. Get in here.
You're in the fantasy league.
Get yourself in the fantasy league and stop playing. Miss Lady, you get in the fantasy league as well, and you stop playing too. Stop playing around. Yeah, hey, listen, I'm gonna drop the link in a little bit, so I don't know if you busy, but
you can jump on.
Yeah, you can jump on, like for sure. You said I'll definitely get with the ladies. Yeah, we waiting. We waiting for sure. Okay, he said for sure. Appreciate you.
G5JeffTV.com. That's what you need to do.
G5JeffTV.com. You get everything you need. It's the one-stop shop, man. It's like the Carter. You know what I'm saying?
Really, Jeff is going to give out, even if Jeff wins the league, which he won't, but if Jeff wins the league, he will still give out the prize of either you win the zone for a year or pay-per-view of your choice. You can pick, but really and truly, it's just for the bragging rights, to be honest.
Absolutely. Conrad Boxing, what about Warrants and Laura prediction on the website? That's one interesting fight. You know what, Conrad? That's a good Shane, you wanna
It's up to you, to
pre-record
be
one?
honest.
You wanna
I mean,
pre-record one?
he's saying for us to put
To
the
do one on the site.
to, yeah to put up yeah. It's up to
You
you
want
to
to pre-record one?
pre-record. What do you mean?
Do a prediction, break down a prediction video.
We can, yeah, but we can put the that on the fantasy league if you want.
Yeah, we can put that on there. Let's put it on there. Yeah, but I'm talking about the actual prediction video. We could put that on the website too. Yeah. And we only doing it because Conrad asking us to do it. He family, so My God, Bruce Goals is in the building. What's going on, bro?
Who's not in the fantasy league neither?
Hey, Bruce Goals, man, you gotta get the G5JustTV.com, man. Do the prediction. Do the prediction fantasy league, man. You gotta
take your pick. That's all you need to do.
Take your pick, bro. Hold on. He said I'm working right now. I'm working right now. That's cool. Listen, that's cool. We gonna keep you entertained while you at work. My bro, A-Side Boxing Talk is in the building. A-Side, what's going on with you? A-Side was in the last show.
I remember
follow each other on Twitter. Yeah. Conrad, for us to predict on the website, yes. I guess that's what he meant. But we can do a breakdown and prediction as well. Like that's cool. Conrad, I need more fights for my comeback to the league top.
The truth is, that's what Jeff was saying last week. Jeff was like, "Boy, I just need as much fights as possible."
Yeah, I had to lobby with Shane for the Franco and Moloney fight.
Yeah,
I said, put that on. But this week, we only have one.
Yeah, Pacquiao
and Ugas. You know what? Let's talk about it right now. Let's just get it out.
Bro, I wanted to get into Rigondeaux.
You want to get it? Hold on. Like, put in the comment section who knew about Victor Ortiz versus Robert Guerrero on this card, because Shane didn't tell me. I didn't know until Shane told me maybe 15 minutes ago. I did not know that. Put in the comment section whether you knew that or not. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yo, a Conrad, it might cost you a super chat, but I could talk Shane into putting that on the website just for you. I don't know.
That fight is literally a pick'em. It's like a flipping a coin. No one's gonna win that. No one's gonna know. Bro, when was the last time you saw Ortiz fight? When was the last time you saw Guerrero fight? Bro, it's a pick'em fight.
Everybody said they knew, but me.
I didn't know. I checked on the site.
Bruce Goals knew. Adrian knew. Conrad knew. Everybody knew, but me.
That fight is so trash.
Yo, listen. Yo, I was in shock 15 minutes ago, but I'm more in shock that everybody knew but me. Damn.
Maybe someone told you, but you just didn't believe it.
No, I literally didn't know. Like, all I cared about. Listen, let me explain to the people real quick, because I don't want y'all to think I'm slipping. So, we done had a bad run in terms of us hitting certain fights and really hitting our stride. We were supposed to go to Wilder and Fury. That got canceled.
We were supposed to go to Dubai.
That didn't happen. Then the third thing is Pacquiao and Spence got canceled. We were supposed to hit that. So just my brain is just
Benavidez
Uzcategui. And all of them got canceled. And they were, let's just say we were gonna make our real debut in terms of how we actually work a fight when we there. Because the the way we work a fight
It's different.
is
It's just
completely different. Like it's completely
different.
different. Like it's completely different.
The
Like
truth is, you can actually tell that just judging by the trends that you see on the channel, we don't do nothing the same as anyone else.
absolutely.
Nothing.
Yeah, we're completely just in our own lane, and it's not even bragging. Like we are just in our own lane completely. You know what I'm saying? So when Shane was like, "Yo, Victor Ortiz fighting Robert Guerrero," I'm thinking like, what, about 10 years ago? He like, "Oh, Saturday." I'm like, "What?" Yo, that is crazy. That is absolutely crazy, man. But you know what though? Like that might be fighter tonight. Yo. They
I
too
wouldn't be
old.
surprised.
They too old drunks. And yo, and you know the thing that's funny, yo. You know the thing that's funny, yo. It's one thing for two old people to fight, two old drunks to fight. It's a whole nother ball game when it's two old southpaws. They not gonna see no punches coming. Yo.
You know what's so funny? You know what's funny, bro? It's gonna be like, you're having a party and your two uncles who are always rivalry. They drink too much, and all of a sudden they see a nice little old woman come in, and they both fighting over that.
Yo, I'm telling you, man, like that's gonna be the fighter tonight. It's gonna be so many, yo. It's gonna be so many left hands landed, straight left hands, looping left hands.
Yeah,
Like you thinking, like
that
them
looping
looping
left hand's
shots.
gonna be there every day.
That old school drunk left hook, like you bend it down, pick a quarter up or something, and then you throw the left hand over the top. Oh man. Oh man. Listen, man, let's get yo, let's get to it, man, because it's my fault we off topic right now, man. We supposed to be doing a boxing recap, man. But we just want to thank each and every one of y'all for taking time out of y'all schedule to come rock with us, man. This weekend, Shane, before we get into our first fight, like how did you feel just about the fights, like period? Were you satisfied, not satisfied?
Personally, before the fight weekend, you got to look at it in hindsight. So looking back at it, I'm satisfied now, but obviously I thought the Buatsi fight was good. I thought that was a real good fight. I was disappointed with the Rigondeaux fight. I won't lie to you. I thought Casamero would have been a bit more aggressive. Knowing Casamero and how he used to fight, and obviously it's just age, inactivity, but he's normally a really great. I remember the Casamero that fought Zolani Tete. I always reference that fight because that Zolani Tete fight. I remember when Casamero fought Charlie Edwards, and there's two times where Casamero's come to the UK and he's put down like flawless performances, and those are the two fights that I always talk about.
Yeah,
A naturally aggressive fighter who comes forward, lands big punches. I'm just disappointed that I didn't see that same Casamero. But every other fight, I thought delivered to exactly what it was supposed to do. And yeah.
Big shout out to my guy Clarence McLean. Says salute my brothers. That is my New York family right there. Big shout out to Clarence McLean, man. Big shout out to you, bro. Conrad Boxing. He said I expected more, but it was still entertaining. You know, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go. I like that. I like that. I like that. He said that fight was trash. I'm assuming you're talking about Casamero and Rigondeaux. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's get started with Casamero and Rigondeaux.
Who did you think won that?
Are you asking me in a non-fantasy league?
Yeah. Obviously,
I had it. Okay, so let me answer this in full. So, if you're asking me in fantasy league purposes, then yes, I'm gonna tell you I thought Rigondeaux won the fight, because if he would have won the fight, I would have went absolutely perfect for the weekend.
That would have been everything right.
Yeah, that was everything right, including the rounds. But I'm tied with somebody that I don't even know. I gotta look their name up again. But
and that's the fantasy league, though.
That's the fantasy league, right? That's the fantasy league. But to be honest with you, I gave Casamero the fight for this reason. Now, under normal circumstances, I would have gave it to Rigondeaux because Casamero did just as little as Rigo did. Here's my thing in terms of the scoring of that fight. There was about a good 3 rounds I gave to Casamero just because I was pissed off at Rigondeaux. Now, I don't know if that's being biased. I don't know if I'm wrong for that, but it was 3 rounds where he's making Casamero miss. And he's like literally damn near like turning his back. Like it reminded me of like Laura and Canelo. Like Laura went out of his way to get out of harm's way. It just pissed me off. Like, so in a technical sense, Rigo actually did more from a pure boxing standpoint than Casamero.
Definitely.
But because of the fact that this is the best way I can explain it. If you go to a buffet, it shouldn't be nothing left on your plate.
No.
Rigo left so much on the plate, bro. He left so much on the plate.
I get you. For me, it's just I thought Casamero won it purely off intent. To me, I didn't think Rigondeaux wanted to win. I thought Rigondeaux wanted to not get hit. And when you look at the fact that Casamero is the champion and Rigondeaux was the opponent, you kind of got to go and take the strap from the champion. The strap looked like the champion looked like he was the one who's pushing the fight, the whole fight. Now, it was a poor fight. Neither guy done anything to stand out. But at the same time, I thought Rigondeaux, with the more technical advantages, he could have done more. I look at Casamero and thought, you could have done more, but you're more. His style is more founded on him being fresh. You can see that he's just not what he used to be anymore. And probably so is not Rigondeaux, but Rigondeaux's always failed to have a great offense.
Yeah, for sure. We got my guy Blaze Philly 215 in the building. It says send me the link. I will sure enough do that. Said had to drop by and speak, smash the like button. Gotta go, fellas. Thanks for the welcome and the invite. I'll keep you posted.
Thanks.
Please do. She a looker too. I ain't gonna front. Like, she looking. Because we're gonna say that for off camera. But yeah, say that off camera. But yeah, that was the thing with Rigo. Like Rigo, it was so many times where I'm like, he made Casamero miss. All he had to do was plant his feet and give me 3 shots. He probably was going to land 2 of them because he had Casamero off balance. And he was just content with just circling out and just restarting.
Yeah.
And it gets to a point to where it gets to a point. Hold on, I gotta click on this one. This is funny.
What the hell? I don't know.
He said G5 Simp TV.
What does that mean?
Basically, yeah, Simp. Like basically, you know what I mean? You'd be falling for the ladies and all that.
Oh.
Conrad is funny. Yo, but the thing is, it got to a point that where, in terms of scoring the Rigo and Casamero fight, it's like, am I going to reward this type of behavior? Like that's literally what it came down to. Like it wasn't technical for me. Like it was literally, this is probably one of the few fights where I scored it and it was like personal. Like it was personal. Like I literally, like I wasn't looking at, all right, is he slipping a jab? Is he doing this? Is he doing that? This is probably one of the few fights I actually scored, and it had nothing to do with the technical aspect.
I know what you mean. It's kind of like, let's say you go and watch I'll say it's very similar to Sean Porter when he fought Ugas, and in the sense that you know this dude can do more offensively, but he's just not doing it.
Chooses not to.
And you're scoring the fight for the other fighter purely and simply because they're just playing to the script. And the other dude's not playing to the script. And if you don't play to the script, you have to make sure you're winning the rounds convincingly. And he wasn't. So you're just going to lose a round purely and simply off the fact that you're losing the initiative.
Yeah.
Because to an outsider looking in, we will think, well, maybe he's not doing it because he's afraid, or maybe he's not doing it because he's overcautious. That means the opponent, for whatever reason, has got the better hand over you because you're not putting your best foot forward. Because the whole point of fighting is trying to find a way to stifle your opponent. And in my opinion, I think Casamero stifled him, not because of what he done, but because of what Rigondeaux didn't do. but it's still a point on Casamero.
Yeah, that's how it's interesting how so many ways you can look at that fight. You can look at it and be like Casamero was completely neutralized. You could look at it that way. Then you can also look at it like Rigo did everything you possibly could to have success offensively and just was content with just not getting hit.
Yeah,
So it's like, which one are you going to reward? Are you going to reward the guy that is trying to make the fight, but he's missing? Or are you going to reward the guy that's going to be defensive, making the guy miss, but he's not throwing? Which one are you gonna? And I know I get into this with Boxing First Vlog all the time. He said he rates defense pretty highly when he scores his rounds. So I'm real curious to see how he actually viewed the fight. Jerry Thomas in the building,
so
Unrivaled, aka Unrivaled Boxing Talk. Big shout out to you, good brother.
wait. Is Unrivaled Boxing talking their fantasy league?
I don't know if he is, but he needs to jump on. I'm gonna put the link. I'm gonna put the link in the chat when we get to the Ortiz fight. I'm gonna put the link in the chat when we get to the Ortiz fight. We can do it that way. Yeah, but I really I gave it to Casamero strictly because I'm like, if Rigondeaux would have threw like 10 more punches around, I probably would have gave him the fight. All them rounds I gave to Casamero, like I would have gave to Rigondeaux. But I'm so tired of him talking as much trash as he talks, and then he gets in the ring and he fights like that. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Rich Dyer's in the building. Big shout out to you, family. I want to say I seen this name before.
I don't think I have.
I haven't seen the thumbnail, but you know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you've been here before. If you haven't, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Go on the website as well, man. We got a boxing prediction fantasy league going on that I'm absolutely smashing right now.
You just had one good week.
Let me have my glory, man. He said, I think Rigo wasn't the same because his upper body movement and reflexes wasn't all there when stationary, resulting him to only use his legs and ring out.
That's age. That's gonna happen with age. That's gonna happen with
He
age.
said, but I still think he could have did more. Like, yeah, he definitely could have did
I
more.
think
like,
what you said in the first part, you're right. I just thought that was down to age. I literally think that's down to him just lacking the freshness.
Yeah, it looked like he just did he look like somebody that just couldn't pull the trigger? Did he look like that to you, Shane?
Just gun shy.
He just looks but there's a difference though. There's a difference between being gun shy and you just can't pull the trigger. Which one?
Now I personally, this is the thing, like I feel like some people also forget, like Casamero's a cracker. Like he cracked.
Yeah.
So
sure.
Having an old, like Rigondeaux's a veteran, he's not gonna want to go out getting knocked out. And one of his last biggest fights, anyway, we saw him. He wasn't able to continue against Lomachenko.
Right.
I just feel like when you're fighting someone like Casamero, who's cracking, we've seen him knock out dudes like clean. I just feel like maybe that could have played a part. But the main reason why I feel like you can't give it to Rigondeaux is because Casamero is the champion. Like, you can't give a champion, you can't give the opponent the belt fighting like that. He didn't win a belt fighting like that.
Bro, and listen, you know me. Like, I will admit when I'm wrong, and I will admit when someone's opinion becomes right, even if I feel like it was wrong in the past. I've had several people on this channel come to me and say, yo, the challenger gotta take it from the champion. I always be like, no, you score each round 10-9, blah, blah, blah. This is the one fight where that is true. Yeah.
Because when the fight's so close and the rounds no one's really going for it, in my opinion, I'm thinking, well, you kind of wasted your opportunity of a title shot.
This is a classic example of I can't reward the challenger winning in this fashion. You know, this was bad. I knew it was going to be a bad fight. like, let me get that clear. I've been around the block enough with Rigondeaux to where I know any high profile fight, he's gonna give it to you that way. So I wasn't expecting no firefight between these two, but that was worse than I expected. That was worse than I expected. Like, it was bad. Like, it was real bad. Clarence, I said underrated. My bad, bro. My internet for some reason was acting up. Hold on. Rich Dyer, he said Prime Regal KO's Casamero.
I disagree with that.
You disagree with that?
Bro, Casamero is a cracker. When was it like? I remember they were saying this is the first time. I don't remember how many years were they saying. The first time in his last like 7 fights or something that he's gone the distance. You ain't a prime Casamero. You ain't stepping to Casamero and trying to knock him out. That's just a fact, bro. That's just a fact. This guy's not gone the distance for a long time, and he's fighting at such a low weight. This guy you can outbox him. He's not that great of a boxer, but he's cracking. You ain't stepping to this dude and trying to stop him.
Yeah, I don't agree with the KO part, but I think a Prime Regal does beat a Casamero, though.
Yeah, I think he outboxes him. That's fair.
Yeah.
But knocks Casamero out, I don't think that. Cool. You try and knock Casamero out, you're gonna get knocked out yourself. That's just the trend I've seen.
Pretty much, yeah. Jerry Thomas, I do have your email, brother. I do have it. Boxing Learner, what's going on, brother? Is he in the fantasy? He in the fantasy?
No, he's not.
Hey, boxing learner, man. Come on, man. Come on, bro. You family, man. Come on, man. G5JeffTV.com, man. Let's get this shit together, man. You family.
Take your pick.
Take your pick, man. I'm on top of the leaderboard, man. I'm talking my talk right now.
You're not on top. This Garfield.
I am on top.
You and him
and you purposely put my name second.
Because he was first last week.
I know. Yo, but this is the type of trash talk that we do all the time, man. You got to get on the website, man.
Bro, the trash talk ain't even started. I'm waiting for Blunt to come.
I'm waiting for Boxing First Vlog to get on. Yeah.
Let me see where Blunt is right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's 8th in the league right now.
He's 8th in the league right now. Matter of fact, this is a good time to call folks out right now before we get started, man.
Shout out to Scott. Scott done well this week. Scott done well.
Hold on.
Scott done well.
Big shout out to my guy Scott, holding it down. Dwayne Sewell has 9. Dwayne.
Yeah.
He be in here, right?
Yeah.
Joel has 8.
That's my little brother.
Yeah. Conrad Boxing has 7. Boxing First Vlog has 7. Oh man, Guy English and Joseph Gwilt, get y'all stuff together. Y'all got 6 points.
Stokes is still on.
Will Stokes got 3. What is going on? I'm gonna say that he didn't bet. He didn't pick nothing.
No, he picked one. He picked one.
I need for y'all to get y'all stuff together, man. YSM Sports Media, Chris G, L Dub, I get y'all stuff together, man.
Oh, Dub picked all 3 and only got 1 point.
L Dub, come on, brother. Come on.
L Dub is struggling right now.
Yeah, he's struggling. Let me see. Mini Mill. Hey man, big shout out to you, brother. I know I've never seen that. Definitely hit that subscribe button. Join the website, man. Take your pick. Definitely do that. He said Rigo running got old. Man. I wasn't a fan of just what he was doing, man. He just left too much. He left all the meat on the bones, man. It was crazy, man. Conrad Boxing, I was 3 seconds away from the full score in the Ortiz fight.
Because he picked 9. He picked round 9.
Hey man, you should have picked 8 like me, but you was close though. Actually, that would have put him in the lead, wouldn't it?
Yeah, he would have put him at top.
Yeah, big shout out to Virgil Ortiz for holding it down for me. I think he knew Conrad was he knew Conrad had him at 9. He held out for my boy. Hold on, Mini Mill. Are we finna see Rigo again?
Yeah.
We definitely.
But the truth is that division he has to stay at that division because you look at the division. He don't want to be moving up to 122.
He don't want them type problems. Yeah. Imagine him going against like a cool boy Steph. Steph would tear him apart.
Or Figueroa or
they would have their way with him. Conrad laughing. I told Conrad, man, I hit Virgil Ortiz up before the fight, man. I said, bro, I need this one, and I don't hold just saving,
bro. That's
saving. I said, yo, just save him to the 8th round to get him up out of there, man. You know what I'm saying? Mini Mills said Virgil Ortiz ready for 147 elite. You want to take that, Shane?
When we talk about elite, we're talking about Spence, Crawford, Pacquiao. I think he loses to all 3, and purely and simply because he gets hit too easy. And I saw in that fight, he still got hit too easy. The difference is he just has a lot of aggression and power. But when the problem with him is, and I don't even want to get into it too early, but he's going through the same problem Anthony Yard went through, which is you're fighting dudes and you're landing your power shots. But what about when they land their power shots back at you? He hasn't really fought a cracker yet. Kavaliauskas isn't a cracker, and Hooker was a 140 fighter. He wasn't a cracker. So he needs to fight someone who he has to worry about what's coming in the opposite direction. When you fight, when it's the same thing with Wilder. When the bully is fighting another bully, that's when you have to be mentally prepared for that. And I don't think Ortiz is mentally prepared for that because every fight, he just has this perception that my power will land, and when I land my power, it's over. That's a very bad mentality to have. And I saw that in the Hooker fight, and I saw it in the Kavaliauskas fight. So no, in my opinion, he's not. Because if he fought a Crawford, okay, you land a power shot, but Crawford will counter you and knock you up. You fight Errol Spence. Errol Spence got an amazing chin. So, okay, you can land your power shot, but he'll box you and then weigh you down and stop you. You fight a Pacquiao in transition, okay, you come forward, but what about transitioning backwards? Pacquiao still has the fastest feet in welterweight, him or Porter. And then Porter, he'll just mess you the fight up so much that you can't even land a power punch. So, I just don't think he's ready for that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%, man. I think if I had to guess, not getting too deep into it because we're gonna get into Virgil Ortiz in a little bit. When it comes down to it, does he beat anybody in the top 5? I would say no. 6 to 10. I would say he could 6 to 10. I would feel comfortable putting him up against guys 6 to 10. But the top 5.
Who's your top 5 at what?
Spence, Crawford, of course, Pacquiao, Porter, and who else?
Ugas.
Ugas, yeah, Ugas. Yeah.
Who do we have on the site? Let me check.
Yeah, we got to tweak that too because we haven't had a rankings conversation
in a while. I know. We got Ugas at number 5.
We got Ugas 5.
And
I wouldn't feel comfortable putting Virgil Ortiz against those 5. I wouldn't feel comfortable. 6 through 10, we talking Danny and Keith, and he definitely doesn't beat Boots.
6 through 10 though. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but he's the one person I would not put him up in the rank against. Because Boots will make him pay for every single. He make him pay for every single mistake.
A good fight for him, and this is me being dead honest. A real good fight for him, and I said it. I think he should fight someone like a Josecito Lopez.
You know what, bro? We're gonna go against regularly scheduled programming. I know what we scheduled before the show, but the conversation is leading towards Virgil Ortiz, so we gonna do it right now. We're gonna do it. Let me get through these comments, then I'm gonna drop the link in the chat, and then we going Vergil Ortiz. We'll do Buatsi and Franco Moloney on the back end because I don't think we got too much with them. Seems like Vergil Ortiz is the guy that people want to talk about, so that's what we're gonna get to. Blaze Philly said Virgil was not ready. Brother, we're gonna drop that link in the chat. We're gonna let you voice that yourself. Minnie Mills said, I think Virgil was ready for Thurman and Garcia, but needs better defense, not ready for Crawford.
I don't think he'll ever get ready unless he changes his mentality, because a lot of it's about mentality.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever be ready for.
This is the thing I see about people. If you look at fighters, technically they improve, but how much fighters from, like, how old is Ortiz now? What, 23, 24?
23.
Okay, let's get another fighter. Let's get Errol Spence, or let's get Crawford, or let's get Pacquiao, or let's get any fighter. How much fighters do you actually see change mentally from 24 to 30 or 28 to 29? You don't really see a mental shift. They might have better ring IQ, but their mentality is still the same. Unless they go for a trauma like AJ did against Ruiz, they don't really change that much.
Yeah, reality check.
Their mentality stays the same. If you're a killer, you're gonna stay a killer till the day you retire.
And even
if you're a boxer, you're gonna stay that way till the day you retire.
Even in that AJ example, he only changed his style for one fight.
Yeah.
Hold on. Boxing Learner said, no, I don't think we will see Rigondeaux again. Who will want him on his card? Let me answer that. For some reason, Rigo has something in his contract where he has to be a part of a main card. Like he can't be on like a undercard, like a non-televised portion. It's kind of similar to Laura. Like Laura he has something in his contract where he has to be a main event, or it has to be negotiated for him to come off of the main event slot. I don't know how they got that negotiated when they two of the more boring fighters in the sport. But that, I mean, that's neither here nor there. Okay. Boxing First Vlog. Where are you?
You need to jump in this live.
Because your picks was trash. Straight trash, truck juice, brother. And I told you I was going to be on top of the leaderboard, brother. We need you to get in the chat, brother. He said Jeff took the words out of my mouth. He can't beat Boots. Yeah, he doesn't come close to Boots. He don't come close to Boots. Blaze Philly, 100%. A-side.
Even Boots has a mentality problem as well. And I was saying this to YSM.
What kind of problem does he have?
He gets too comfortable. In my opinion, he gets too comfortable. And that's because of maybe down to an opponent that he's been fighting. But to me, he's with his skills that he has, like all of the stuff where he's on the ropes, and he blocks the shots. But bro, you don't need to do that.
Well, when you're that good, I almost feel like he gets in there and he just be working on certain things. Be like, oh, I did this in the gym. Let me try this out in a real fight. Like that's how good he is.
You can't do that. You can't do that if you're fighting an Errol Spence. You can't do that if you're fighting.
Of course.
You can't do that if you're fighting a.
But I think he even did that. I think he even did that with Lipinets. And that's how good he is. Yeah, that's how good he is.
But that's not the right mentality to have, though. Let's say, for example, I'll give you an example. Let's say he fights Danny Garcia, just for example, and he thinks, you know what, this fight is easy and comfortable, and it probably will be. But then he tries to do all of that, and then he gets caught with a big shot, which we know Danny's got a big punch. He could send him out to the canvas and change the whole fight. You need to have a focused mentality all the way through.
But I think with Boots, I think he's smart enough to know what he can and can't do against who. That's number one. Number two, take like a Roy Jones. People compare Boots to Roy in terms of the physical talent. Even when Roy stepped up in competition, he cut all that nonsense out. And he got right down to business. I think Boots is smart enough to do that. And if not, his father will check him at the front door. His father is one of the most hardcore dudes I've ever met. He's like in his 60s and he can go 12 rounds.
Crazy.
That I'm not even exaggerating.
What is that? Porter's dad, in the sense.
Porter's dad, yeah. like they can go up against some of these young dudes.
That's why the reason I say it's like Kenny Porter, because I see sometimes Sean Porter be getting out of line. This dude's like he's about to whip him like he just came out of high school, bro.
Yeah, like it's
Literally.
crazy. It's crazy. Minnie Mills said, I think Virgil should go to Eddie Reynoso. Needs that Canelo type of
Nah,
pressure,
hell no.
defensive
Hell
style.
no. Hell no. Hell no.
Minnie Mill, I'm gonna
Hell
tell
no.
you why that's not a good idea. I'm gonna tell you why that's not a good idea. Because it took Canelo a long time to actually develop that style.
And in my opinion, I don't even think he got that style from Reynoso in terms of the head movement. Because none of the dudes that Reynoso fights had head movement. Ryan don't have it. And
Yeah.
neither does who else does he have in that gym? Vergil Ortiz is good at boxing. Andy Ruiz not so great.
Frank Sanchez.
Frank Sanchez, good foot movement. He's probably the only one out of that gym that's got good football movement. The reason why I don't think Reynoso's a good fit is mainly because of mentality. It's only going to boost his ego even more.
Minnie Mill, I'm gonna tell you why I disagree with that. Because Eddie Reynoso's style looks his quote unquote style, like basically his fighters, they look good. Like when you show some boxing skill versus like somebody that don't have no boxing skill at all, it makes it look like that guy is elite as a boxer. And a lot of times that's not the case. So a lot of times Reynoso's guys are matched up against guys that are not really known for boxing. So, you know, they do a quick little shoulder roll counter. You think like they're next level as far as boxing. Like what Reynoso does is he holds those guys accountable. That's the main thing I will say about Reynoso. But style wise, I would say the most that he does he tells guys don't get into wars with guys when you can outbox them.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I will say. But Virgil Ortiz is not that skilled boxing wise. Like I'm talking boxing wise.
Yeah.
Everything is off of his physical talent.
Yeah. Vergil Ortiz needs to find a way to defend himself. And to me, the person who I would want to see him train with is Mark Ramsey, the dude who trains Beterbiev. I know that will never happen, but the reason why he trains Beterbiev and Oscar Rivas, the reason why I would want to see him is because those dudes who rely very much on offense and imposing themselves, which he does, obviously having physical attributes, having the strength, having the power, but more importantly, they defend themselves by being aggressive and also by using their opponent's aggression against them. So it's mainly subtle things. Beterbiev gets hit a lot, but because of how offensive he is with his footwork and his smart foot pressure, the opponents are never in the right position to land a good money shot against him. Personally, I'd love to see him against a Mark Ramsey. Mark Ramsey will get him using that high guard so much better, get him using the catch better, and getting him tucking that chin to his chest. He still fights with his chin in the sky. Mark Ramsey will get his chin down, high guard up, and catching punches. I would prefer Mark Ramsey, to be honest.
I think Virgil Hunter would be a great choice for.
But Virgil Hunter, he don't have that Virgil Hunter style. He doesn't have the athleticism.
No, I'm gonna tell you why though. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the reason I said Virgil Hunter is because Virgil Hunter is not going to. He's not going to take away from his He's not going to take away from his offense in order for him to employ his style. Virgil Hunter actually encourages offense. He tells you little subtle things to do after you get your offense off to get yourself out of the way, and that's what causes a lot of times.
That's with feet work, but it doesn't have to
necessarily be with his feet. It doesn't have to necessarily be with his feet. If you watch Virgil Ortiz fight, a lot of the shots that he catch is what I like to say. He likes to throw his combination, then he like to take pictures afterwards in the pocket.
Yeah.
If he give you a quick turn, squat down, it's subtle. He don't have subtleness. He doesn't have tact. He doesn't have tact defensively. If he adds tact defensively, he's going to be a problem. It's 4 comments in here I got to get to, and then I'm going to drop the link, and we just going to let things just flow. And listen, if we get the Buatsi and Franco tomorrow, That's just what it
So
is.
be.
Um, A-Side Boxing said Boots is the third best at 147. It depends on how you look at it. If you're looking at it simply off of talent, I can see why you say that.
If you're
Off of
looking at the talent, he's the number one in the sport.
he's number one. He's number one in the sport in terms of just pure talent. Just pure talent. Like he's that good. Like
Him
he's
and
that
probably
good.
Tank.
Yeah, him and Tank. Like in terms of just pure physical talent, they're the top two in the sport in terms of just pure
But
physical talent.
talent don't get you that far without a right mentality or a right coach. Now, in my opinion, I think he's doing well with his dad. His dad's teaching him skills and stuff. But this is the same thing Jeff was telling me about Yard, and I have to bring him up again. Yard physically is amazing, but you don't have the right coach, you don't have the right mentality, you're not going to go anywhere.
Absolutely. So A-Side, it depends on how you're looking at it. He don't have the resume of a top 3 guy, but in terms of just pure talent, I think he's the most talented guy in the sport. Adrian, look how long it took Dez to look comfortable with Eddie Reynoso. I'm glad you said that. Is it the fact that Oscar Valdez took so long, or was it the fact that the opponent?
I personally feel like Oscar Valdez didn't use a Reynoso style though. If you look at Oscar Valdez, how much fighters do you see in the Reynoso gym that fights off the back foot, counter punching?
Yeah, Adrian,
that's not a Reynoso style.
Let me add on to that, Adrian. This is why I said that. This is why I said I'm glad you brought that up, because everybody looks at the highlight of Oscar Valdez landing the money shot, right? The only difference I seen with Valdez in this fight, his last fight, compared to other fights, is that after he got his offense off, he took a walk.
Yeah.
Like, go back and watch that fight. Like, after he got his offense off, he didn't sit in the pocket and take pictures.
But Reynoso fighters do that. Ryan does that all the time, bro.
Yeah, he does it all the time. But that's a Virgil Hunter tactic. He tells you to get your offense off and take a walk. The reason I know that is because he tried to do that with Amir Khan, and it was working for Amir Khan until he just sat in the pocket and not listen.
He done it. He's even done it with not in this fight, but Buatsi's last fight.
Yeah, and Buatsi been looking good. Looking real good. Minnie Mills said Reynoso has that black slick style of boxing rather than the classic.
Nah, that's a lie.
Style.
That's a lie.
Can I tell you where I'm half okay with his comment? I'm half okay with it because in a bubble, you're correct. Like in terms of just he doesn't teach that Mexican style. Yes, you're correct. But because the expectations is for him to teach that type of style, if he teaches anything other than that, it's going to be considered slick when it's not really. It's not really like slick. Like I see what you're saying.
You're talking about Canelo, and Canelo's the only one in that gym that uses head movement. Really, I mean, Oscar Valdez used it in that fight, but naturally he doesn't. He's the only one Canelo uses head movement, but Canelo don't like. That's Canelo's style. That's not a Reynoso style. I look at Ryan. Ryan ain't catching. Ryan ain't using that. To me, a black fighter have to have good footwork. None of the fighters out of that Reynoso camp has footwork. None. Not one fighter has good footwork other than Sanchez.
If you want to say black slick style, it has to be the feet. There's a lot of guys that's not black that have good upper body movement. I mean, hell, Cotto had great upper body movement. He was one of the slower fighters. He had great upper body movement. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, in a sense, I see what you're saying, but like, I see where Shane coming from too. Like, it depends on how you look at it.
In England, we see and I'm just saying, we see so much white fighters with good head movement. They just don't have great feet. That's what separates white fighters and black fighters is feet.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Josh Kelly has good head movement. Tyson Fury has good head
feet.
movement. But they ain't got no good feet. They ain't got good feet.
Yeah. Take that one, Shane. Take that
one. Roberto Garcia doesn't teach slick defense. Virgil need a new trainer, more defensive coach. I agree with you, definitely. Personally, I don't rate Robert Garcia that well neither. I don't think he's not that dynamic.
I think he's solid. Like I think he's solid. I don't think he's like top 5, but I don't think he's like bottom of the barrel neither. Davidian Simmons, what's going on, good brother? He said what's good with my brothers. God bless everyone in the chat. My bro YSM is in the build. Hey bro. YSM. Hey bro.
One second.
Your prediction game. We need you to step it up, baby. We need you to step it up. Hold on. Let's drop this joint in the chat real quick because Vergil Ortiz.
1 second.
Say it again.
I had to send out a message 1 second, but yeah. Go on.
Okay. Yeah, I just put the link in the description. For the people that jumps in, let me properly introduce you.
But yeah. Go to g5jefftv.com if you haven't and make your prediction. Take your pick.
Yeah, we're gonna post a couple more fights, give people an opportunity to actually get back into the swing of things because a lot of people are still joining. So we will offer more fights that we probably wouldn't usually do. We got my bro YSM in the building. What's going on, bro?
Bruce Goes and Raymond both made their predictions while we're on live. So shout out to you.
I don't like how y'all calling me out. I said Virgil would win, but I didn't think he would stop Mean Machine. All right? I got that particular part wrong. But
you didn't make any other prediction, bro. You were too nervous to make another prediction.
No, that was I got an email and it had that particular fight, so I didn't even get a chance to go into the website.
I got your email. Oh, damn. Okay.
But on the email, bro, it says all 3 fights.
I didn't see that part, bro.
Okay. All right. Bro, it's on the email. This guy's waffling.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that part.
Hold on. Let me get BoxingFirstVlog in here because I gotta get at him about his too. Good brother.
What's up, bro?
Your picks was trash this weekend, bro.
I ain't even picked that shit, man. I let my girl do that shit. The only one I think she did right. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I told her who to go with, but I was like, well, you can pick if it's gonna be a knockout or whatever. But the only one I think she got right was Franco, because I called that one to go the distance. But you gave me all my points though, didn't you?
We sure did.
I'm being honest with you. At least I ain't lying. You know what I mean? I could have been like, you know how you try to get your girl inclusive on what you're doing. And you know, I was trying to let her play with it.
This guy was talking all that smack about I'm gonna be on top of the table and all of that.
What did he say? What you say?
Bro, you said last week, you didn't say your girl's gonna make your pick. You said you're gonna be at the top of the table. That's what you said.
Yeah, bro, I've been hella busy. Y'all got me writing articles. I ain't even really concentrating on put the lab coat on and really break down the fights like that, man. I'm hella busy, man. I'm just leaving work now. You got me on the live.
Hey, hold on. Hey, hold on, vlog. Hold on real quick, brother.
Yeah.
Yo, we got the family in the building, man. A-side boxing talk. What's going on, player?
Hey, what's going on, man? What's good, man?
Shout out
to man. Big
you
shout out to you,
the fantasy league as well, bro.
Yeah, I gotta make my way to England, man.
Hey man, you gotta get in, man. You gotta get in, man. There's a lot of trash talk, a lot of good shit going on. What's going on with you, brother?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. I heard y'all talking about the boy Virgil Ortiz, man. I think he's ready for Crawford, man. I think he's ready for Crawford.
Wait. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Wait. Hold up. YSM, I know you're probably gonna want to rebut that. Give me a minute. BoxingFirstVlog, I'm gonna come to you after that, but I gotta give my man I gotta give my man the floor on this one. A-side boxing talk is your go. Go ahead.
Okay. So so it's two main reasons why I'm gonna tell you I feel like he's ready for Crawford. Look at Crawford's resume at 147. We're not talking about 140, 135, none anything else that he did. You know what I mean? You got Joe Horn, he's gone now. Jose Benavidez, I think he got another fight coming up. Then you got Amir Khan, Kell Brook, and that's it, right? So, and Kavalauskas as well, right? He stopped Kavalauskas a round earlier than Bud. That, to me, that was crucial, and he dropped him 5 times. Now, in that fight on Saturday night, what I was looking for from Vergil Ortiz was something that we didn't see in a Maurice Hooker fight, and that was his defense, right? I watched the interview with Vergil Ortiz, and he talked about in the Maurice Hooker fight how during that training camp he had COVID, right? He talked about how during the training camp he had COVID, he had to stop sparring for a couple weeks, and then he said something that was key, right? Us as boxing analysis, or whatever you want to call ourselves, we look at the fight for what it is. But what he said was when he punched Maurice Hooker, he said Maurice Hooker made a face, and he knew Maurice Hooker couldn't take his power. Once he felt Maurice Hooker best shot, he said he knew Maurice Hooker couldn't drop him, so he ran him over like he did the other 16 people before he became 17-0. In that second round against Kavalauskas, he felt the heat. Kavalauskas, he hit him good, you know what I mean? He got a little woozy. He threw that little right hook, and then he fell. To me, that's a knockdown because he did that off of a punch. However, what I was looking for Vergil Ortiz I was looking for him to show some head movement, which he didn't really show that much, but show some defense. Vergil Ortiz showed me in that fight that he's different from the other Robert Garcia fighters because he made adjustments. He started getting under them punches. He started controlling the distance. He started circling away from Kavalauskas' brick. You know what I mean? Because that brick was touching him. He started circling away. He created that distance. Started hitting him with that shot. Man, Vergil Ortiz shotgun jab looked like Charlo's shotgun jab, man. I mean, I don't know if I was the only one that could say that or notice that. But you look at that record at 147. Look at how he dismantled. Not I want to say dismantled, but how he dispatched and got Kavalauskas up out of there. What other fighters at 147 do we need to see Vergil Ortiz against that we haven't seen Bud against to say that this young boy is ready?
Can I answer that?
Please.
By the way, bro, I respect what you said because you didn't say he will beat Crawford. You said he's ready for Crawford. So I respect what you said. I respect that. In my opinion, and this is why I say he's not ready for Crawford, is purely and simply because whilst I agree that everything you said is correct, he's not fought a dude who offensively is gonna. You spoke about the fact that when he fought Hooker, Hooker felt his power, and he knew that he was gonna get rid of Hooker. He has never fought someone where he's got hit by someone and think, you know what, this guy might hurt me. There's a difference in terms of mentality. Mm-hmm. Right now, his mentality is, am I gonna kill you now or am I gonna kill you later? What about when you're under pressure? What about when you're getting landed on? What about because Kavalauskas is not a dynamic offensive fighter. He doesn't have the punch output or punch variety of a Terence Crawford. Neither does he have the footwork or the angles to create offensive openings. So when you're in a position like that, in my opinion, you have to no longer think about killing or seeking and destroying. You also have to think about what's coming back at you. And there's a difference in mentality. Yes, he was avoiding shots, but he was avoiding shots to still get his offense off. He wasn't avoiding shots to stay in the fight. And when you're fighting a Crawford, that's what it's about. It's about, can I avoid shots to actually stay in the fight? Because if Crawford lands on you, he's going to land the counter shots that's going to hurt you. And we haven't seen him in that position before.
Hey, Shane, let me ask A-side this, and then I'm going to let BoxingFirstVlog get his opinion because I feel his eyeballs hit the ceiling of the car right now. A-side, when you say, I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. When you say that he's ready for Crawford, I get the sense that you mean that he's ready in sense of he's going to be competitive. Am I correct on that?
He's ready in a sense, I know it's going to light up. He ready in a sense. I think that not only would that be the best fight that Crawford has had at 147, in my opinion, I think that's a 55-45 fight, man. That's damn near a 50-50 fight, in my opinion.
Ooh, wow.
I'm telling, I really feel that way. Crawford is a fighter that though he's technical, and to me, he's the best fighter in the world, skill-wise, right? To me, skill-wise, I don't think is a more skilled fighter than Terence Crawford. But if you have watched Terence Crawford's fights, one thing that I don't like about Terence Crawford, he is an emotional fighter, right? Terence Crawford, if you land that punch on him, he will like the exchange. That's why he got dropped in the Kyle Velasquez fight. And not only against an old Kell Brook, he showed that he was susceptible to the jab. Not only against Kell Brook, but against Benavidez as well. And one thing we do know about Vergil Ortiz is that jab is hard as shit at 147. And it's fast as well. So, and remember, and again, back to that Kell Brook fight, remember that we knocked Kell Brook out in the 3rd or 4th round, but I was getting ready to close up. Remember that? But that right eye was swollen. It was getting ready to shut on him. So that fight go 2 or 3 more rounds, and against Kell Brook, imagine the power that Ortiz brings and what Ortiz is going to possibly be able to do with his jab. We like to not give Ortiz credit, talk about the footwork, but remember, if you go to the Samuel Vargas fight, dude, he was moving. His footwork was crazy in that fight. I think fighters adjust to certain opponents, and then once they get back to the corner, you will say, I could do this, or I could do that, or I can't do this, or I can't do that. You look at the footwork display that he did against Samuel Vargas and some of his other previous fights was really good. And with that jab, I think he's really going to give Bud problems. And at some point in time, they're going to have to exchange. And we have not seen Bud test. We haven't seen Bud chin tested at 147 like that. Just like we ain't seen Vergil tested with that type of caliber fighter, we have not seen Bud chin tested at 147 with the type of power that Vergil Ortiz possessed.
Go on, Blunt.
Fair enough. Hold on. Let me take him off mute real quick. Blunt, go ahead. It's your floor, brother.
I can't say more than the brother just said, man. The man more than ready. The man probably got the best jab in the game right now. Honest to God. Y'all talking about his defense. He showed defense by his patience in that fight. He didn't go for the kill, and you heard him say, I hurt the man in the 2nd round, so I knew I was good. He still was patient. He didn't continue to dig to the body. He let the openings come. He dealt with a punishment and a little bit of pressure, a little bit of pain, shook it off, came back like a young warrior supposed to. The man more than ready, bro. Bud got to show he ready, bro. I'm so freaking honest with you guys. Y'all, everybody say this dude the best dude on the planet, but you can't be the best dude on the planet if you fighting tuna fish. You understand what I'm talking about? So
Vlog. I'm not. Hold on. Wait a minute. Vlog. Vlog. I wanna say this real quick before I let you know. I'm not gonna let
You're
you
gonna evoke a response because I know what you're gonna say.
No. Hold it. I know. The first thing, Ortiz has one of the best jabs in the sport. I will give you.
He got the best jab in the game to me.
Not the best.
Hey, that's your opinion, but I don't agree with that. But I would say top 10. He's top 10 in terms of a jab. That's number 1. Number 2, that tuna can thing, I'm not gonna let you get away with that shit. You know, it's political stuff going on. You already know that, Vlog.
And your favorite fight is
your favorite fight. Don't give me that, man.
2 biggest names on his resume at 147.
Don't give me that.
The 2 biggest names. That's all they got is a name. They not really coming in the ring with X amount of skill.
Vlog, stop trying to play.
I'm listening to you.
Not all hardcores. Why is he not getting the fights on the other side of the street, Vlog?
I mean, well, we know that's Bob Arum, but again, I can't keep elevating you as the best fighter in the sport, and you're not fighting the best fighters to prove that. You understand what I'm saying?
I get you, bro, but this is why I feel like both.
That's your promoter's fault for making you take a step back on the pound for pound list.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But
that's a fair point.
The truth is, bro, I can't let people, as Jeff says, say 2 lies. I can't allow people to give Bruce credit for an eye test, but not give Crawford credit for that same eye test. Yeah. Bruce technically is as good as anyone else, not based off his opponents, but based off his eye test. The eye test shows me that this dude is an elite fighter. The eye test shows me when I look at Crawford, he's an elite fighter. Now, when I look at, and I'm a rebut what A-Side Boxing says, and the truth is, I'm not even rebutting it because I agree with most of the stuff he's saying.
Me too.
But this is what I feel like. There's too many question marks when you're dictating a fight. Now, you got to look at a Crawford fight. Yeah, one of my biggest problems with Crawford is, and YSM talks about this all the time, is when things don't go right, he just reverts to southpaw, and that's basically his only adjustment. One of the other things is when he gets hurt, he does exchange a lot, and his exchanges are quite wide. So I agree with that as well. But what I feel like, again, isn't being spoken about is the fact that Crawford is one of the best counter punchers in the entire division. So you miss with your shot, you're going to get clipped. Okay, it's about mentality. Vergil Ortiz doesn't have the mentality that it takes to fight a Crawford because all he knows is seek and destroy. Now, whilst you can be patient, you can still be patient with a seek and destroy mentality. What about survival? We haven't seen a survival instinct. He hasn't needed to survive. He's never needed to survive in a fight because he's dictated every second of every round in every single fight. So really and truly, you're in a fight where you're dictating how the fight's going, the pace of the fight, who's landing the power shots. You haven't fought a puncher. You haven't fought a guy that's got offense.
Hey, Shane, let me
ready.
Get this out the way real quick. A-side, I agree with a lot of the stuff that you said.
Mm-hmm.
Vlog, I even agree with some of the stuff that you said. Here's the things that I will say. As far as Bud is concerned, if he's going to take on Virgil Ortiz, he better do it right now. Right now. Don't give him another 12 months, 18 months, 2 years to get seasoned. No. If you're going to fight him, get it out the way right now. We got YSM on the line. YSM, go. I got to find my charger real quick. Go ahead, YSM.
I hopped on. Dude said that Virgil was ready for Crawford.
For sure.
Come on, man. What are we talking about?
We talking about 147 because this is the thing, man. I think the big issue, man, is people looking at a whole body of work. And granted, Crawford a dog, man. Like Crawford is my favorite boxer, skill wise, right? But when you look at 147, Crawford hasn't been tested for real at 147. Like,
but bro, I was kind of being facetious when I was saying, what are we talking about? Because has Virgil been tested at 147 pounds?
He fought the same guy that Crawford fought.
No, but that's not the question, bro. That's a completely different question. That's the completely different question because, as I said, Crawford, in my opinion, and it's basically when YSM says, has he been tested? Has he had one fight where he's not been the main? He's not dictated every single round in his entire career. He dictated every single round.
See, what I'm slightly confused about. Okay. Are y'all asking, is Virgil ready for Terence Crawford? The answer is no. Can Virgil beat Terence Crawford right now? No. There's nothing about that fight that you saw. Nothing that would lead you to believe that he could beat Terence Crawford in the fight if it occurred right now. Virgil is a big, strong kid, right? Big, strong, 147 pounds, but he is very limited. It's very basic, straight up and down, like a lot of Texas fighters are, right? So you're asking him to go up against somebody who has great punch variation, switch hitter. When you seen him struggle, when you seen him struggle in the early rounds with closing the distance on Kavaliauskas' jab, Virgil,
you know Kavaliauskas dropped Bud, right?
Yeah.
So my question is, who do you think that Virgil Ortiz need to see to make you?
Did you see him? I said, did you see him drop Virgil?
No, he didn't drop Virgil. But okay, yeah, I say yeah, the same thing. So
it's the same situation.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
We're talking about stylistically. Did you see how that would be a problem for Bud? What does he present? What does he have?
Power.
Oh, okay. Plenty of dudes got power. Plenty of guys. Even guys
that he has fought before.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Did you see how Terence Crawford knocked out Kavaliauskas? Then you see how Crawford knocked out Kavaliauskas. Did you see the difference? Because I'll tell you a difference straight away. Crawford hit him on a pivot. There's no way on God's green earth you're telling me that Ortiz can pull off that move, because there's no way. I've never seen it in my life. I've never seen him show the footwork skill to even land something even remotely near that. When he dropped Kell Brook, he dropped him on a pivot. When he dropped Amir Khan, he dropped him on a pivot. When he dropped Victor Postal, he dropped him on a pivot. Bro, if you have the ability to not go backwards and literally hit a fighter after they throw a shot at the same time as you and hit them on a pivot, bro, that's a completely different angle. You have the ability to throw punches at angles. He's never fought anyone. Everybody he's fought is straight up and down, and they go back in straight lines. Not on the pivot, not on a shot.
Hold on. A-side, real quick.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
A-side, you said that's like a 55-45 fight in your mind, correct?
In my opinion, yes.
Okay. I'm going to go around the horn. Shane, what percentage is that fight?
75-35. I'll give him 35.
75-25?
75-25, but I give him 25% for power.
Okay, hold on a second. I gotta take him off. He back in the car. A vlog, how do you have it percentage wise in terms of Bud and Virgil Ortiz?
50-50.
Wow. Okay. Hold on a second, vlog. YSM, I'm gonna give you the floor. Go ahead.
You can tell that when guys are Spence fans, like you can tell 50-50, 45. Come on, man. 80-20 at best. This kid is he wasn't really decorated as an amateur, and I felt like he's been moved right as a pro. He's a basic Mexican fighter. Come forward, good power, good chin.
Why did you say he has a good chin? Because he fought to show you that he has a good chin. He could have got stopped. He could have got stopped Saturday.
For sure.
But you can tell he's a sturdy kid. Like he could have got stopped. He's ready.
Yeah, he's
like
sturdy.
He's a sturdy kid.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Like
he's sturdy.
What wrinkle can he throw that can he throw an A-level fighter? Like what can he show differently that's already hasn't been shown? Like he's gonna come forward, he's gonna throw body shots, he's gonna throw real hard shots. What else?
What let me respond. Let me respond to that. I think it's I would say it's a 75-25 fight. Me personally, I would say 70-30 tops. YSM, to respond to that, I think there's very few people that's going to match Bud skill for skill at 147. So you're talking Spence, probably Boots. Like outside of them two, I really don't see anybody else that will even that can even walk into the ring and think they can match them skill for skill.
I think Spence is beast.
Man,
Spence has a basic style. Yes, he does.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna say a name, and you're not gonna crucify me for saying this name, but I think Pro Gray at 147 could match him skill for skill.
Skill for skill? Nah, I don't think he's there. I don't think he's there. He's skillful. Don't get me wrong. I don't think he's there because I can't say Pro Grays and then just say Virgil's like completely out of the water.
The reason why, bro, when Crawford gets hurt, and this is what I think both Blunt and Inside Boxing is forgetting. Sorry, I'm not even disrespecting. I'm being deadly honest. When Crawford got hurt in the Kavalauskas fight, the round after he used his feet. In the Gamboa fight, when he got hurt, he used his feet. Bro, there's no way if Crawford uses his feet against Vergil Ortiz, there's no way he's catching him. There's no way. This guy will be walking in reverse. That guy is so slow.
Bro, let me say this real quick, Shane, and then I'm gonna let Vlog go. The one thing that I will say about Virgil Ortiz is that if Crawford is not on his game in terms of being technically sound, Virgil Ortiz is one of those young cats that's going to come in and try to get him the fuck up out of there. If Crawford is Crawford, then this is a 75-25, 80-20 fight. If Bud is Bud. But if he slips, I'm talking technically, like going there, he's wearing his emotions on his sleeve and all of that, then Ortiz is not the right guy to do that against because he's so young, he don't know that he's not ready. That's a dangerous person to go in the ring against.
That is a good point.
That's a dangerous guy to go in the ring against.
That works against you as well. I've seen young kids go in a fight thinking that they can go and dog a dude and they get knocked out. I've seen that happen.
That's true. Let me get Vlog up in here real quick. Hold on. Vlog, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Hey man, YSM, bro. I heard that cap you shot out there before your little comment. Check this out, bro. Just because you see a fight a certain way, don't mean you're a fan, dude. You feel me? I ain't never a fan of nobody like that, bro. Especially a young cat that still gotta prove something to me. So you can fall back with that fanboy comment, though.
I didn't say fanboy. I said fan.
That's fan, yeah.
Same difference, though. You know what you trying to say, bro. Just because somebody call a fight, don't mean we a fan. That's my honest opinion. That's a 50-50 fight. Because Bud ain't showed me nothing in his career to be like, yo, he mopping every bit of competition that come in the ring with him. He's had trouble against dudes that we just said he had trouble against a dude that the young boy didn't have no real trouble with. He got caught with, but it wasn't no real trouble.
Hey,
so I'm just, you know what I mean? Like they, you know, little slick comments like that don't really get your point across. So you feel what I'm talking about?
Can I ask you a question? I'm dead serious. I ain't trying to be funny or nothing. Where do you have Vergil Ortiz ranked at 147?
I got him in the top 5.
So
I got him up there with Boots. I got him up there with Spence. I think he could beat Pacquiao. Personally, I think he could beat Pacquiao right now.
Wait. Border testing Pacquiao or no border testing Pacquiao? We have to specify.
One thing hold up, bro. With all your testing, all that's cool and everything, but honestly, bro, age is against Pacquiao right now. He couldn't get Thurman out of there.
I'm not gonna lie.
So what you gonna do with a young bull like Ortiz?
The Pacquiao I saw against Thurman, he knocks out Virgil Ortiz, in my opinion. He knocks out.
Say that again. Say that again.
The Pacquiao I saw against Thurman will knock out Virgil Ortiz. And I'll
hey, Jeff, bro, I want to address.
Bro, you over there sniffing that sea salt air. You was tripping.
Hey yo,
that's funny.
Yo, YSM, go.
Hey yo, all right. So first off, when saying fan, right? I noticed that Earl Spence fans, like guys who think Earl is the best welterweight, and just common fans of this, they critique Crawford a little bit harder than somebody who's neutral, right? So I make no disrespect, but I didn't call you a fanboy, and I'm not the dude for it. So I meant no disrespect, and I'm not food.
But that's what I mean, though. Take me off, Jeff. Take me off. That's what I mean, though. YSM. When I'm critiquing Crawford, I'm critiquing what he hasn't done. I'm not critiquing what he has done. The man, we know what he could do, switching, things like that, which is an elite skill in boxing. If you can switch and be damaging from either side the way he has the ability to do, that's just a double plus. But what I'm saying is that you're not doing it consistently, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to hold something against you for that. And it's not his fault. He the one not making the deals and things like that. But at the same time, you can't let somebody put the strings on you like that, and yet you still claim to be the best in the world.
I don't think that Vergil possesses the skills to, like, all right, so Earl versus Bud is a 50-50 fight. I favor Bud in that fight, but it's a 50-50 fight. Vergil, I don't think Virgil's that good. You beat Maurice Hooker, who is absolutely awful.
Yo,
but let's stop acting like that. Bud is some defensive wizard and he can't get hit.
No, he's not.
Go ahead.
No, he's not a defensive wizard, bro. But at the same time, does Virgil cut the ring off really well for you to think that he's going to get close to Bud?
YSM, that's my point. But I'm gonna stop what Vlog's saying right now, bro. You can't say that to me about Terence Crawford not making certain fights. When, bro, you praise fighters like Jamel Charlo for fighting fighters that Emmanuel Targu and Ryan Garcia for fighting trash fighters, bro. They ain't fought nobody, bro. Let's keep it real. Like, who these guys fought for you to be having them so high on your
Wait, you say Jamel Charlo?
Before
hold up, man. Hold up, bro. You talking about the man got all the straps and you trying to knock what he doing in the ring? How many straps do Crawford got?
1 second. I didn't finish my statement. When I spoke about Jamel Charlo, This was a statement that was before the Castano fight, and this was when he had him in his. You remember when he had him in his pound for pound #1, and his only win. And you spoke about the strap wars over Rosario, who had the 3 straps that he's got right now. He's got Ring Magazine, IBF, and WBA. He had the WBC, and he beat Rosario. And the win over Rosario made him pound for pound #1. Am I lying, Jeff? Was that not how the conversation went? That's exact. And I'm saying you can't say a win over Rosario makes him pound for pound #1.
Vlog is on here. He can confirm that. I ain't gonna say
He
nothing.
was on camera. He said that, bro. So that's my point.
Well, you sounded like a transformer, bro. What you talking about? You had the Autobot Decepticon talk going on.
Can you hear me? Or am I the only? Can you guys not hear me?
I can
hear you. I can hear you.
So that's my point. You can't give a person credit for a win over B-level fighter at best, but then criticize another fighter for fighting another B-level fighter. You have to be consistent in your criticism. I think Charlo's a top fighter, but in my opinion, I'm not going to criticize Charlo for fighting Rosario and then criticize. But you have to be consistent.
I don't know.
Vlog, you want to respond to that, brother?
Yeah.
A-Side, I'm gonna get you in on that.
Yeah.
Again, A-Side,
I think Vlog frozen.
Again, A-Side, this is something he said on camera.
No. We can't hear his phone.
Yeah, he kind of fuzzy though.
Yeah, he is.
Hey, bro, Vlog, come out and come right back in. Come out and come right back in, bro.
No, he might be in like a dark spot or something like that.
Yeah, he's in a dead spot.
Yeah,
he's dead spot. Yeah, he sound like Voltron. He sound like Voltron right now. Come out and come back in, bro.
Hey, but Shane, if you move Pacquiao to the side, Shane, Jermell Charlo, top 3 boxing resumes. Period. His resume is top. Jermell Charlo, let's move Pacquiao. We know Pacquiao as far as resume right now. Active boxers, we know Pacquiao #1. Jermell is top 3 resumes. He got a lot of solid wins. I
disagree with that.
I can't say top 3, A-Side. It's good. It's good, but I can't say top 3.
What fighters have probably besides Canelo? What fighters got a better? Have you seen Jermell Charlo's resume?
Yeah.
Like, you know all the fighters.
We talking Mel or Mo? Mel. Okay. YSM, you want to respond to that?
I can name fighters that's better than me, but I'll let YSM go.
YSM go.
All right. We talking about Mel at 54, right?
Yeah, 154.
That's what you said.
All right. A-Side, are you talking about fighters fought, fighters beat, or the totality?
Totality. Fighters fought, fighters beat.
First, Keith Thurman. Secondly, Sean Porter. Thirdly, Errol Spence Jr. And that's the only dude that I will put ahead of him.
I'll put other dudes ahead of him.
Go ahead, Shane. Shane.
My opinion, I'll put Josh Taylor ahead of him, and I'll put Usyk ahead of him as well, and I'll put AJ ahead of him.
I can't say those 3.
Why? Win. I'm going by wins, bro. I'm going by.
No, he
wins.
said totality.
I know, but I don't
totality. So you gotta look at fighters fought.
I don't care. Wins is what matters. I
know wins is what matters, but
wins is what matters. I don't
entertain.
To
but
me,
that's a whole different discussion.
He drew with Castano and he lost to Harrison. You can't have a best resume and then talk about, bro. If you're gonna talk about totality, you might as well say Chisora. This dude fought everybody and lost. Bro, you have to talk about wins.
Yeah, but you gotta combine. You gotta combine winning and fighters fought, though.
Okay, like let me ask you a question. Josh Taylor cleaned out a division, no stone unturned. Usyk cleaned out a division, no stone unturned. So how are you going to
all B-level fighters? They were all B-level though.
No.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Nah, Josh Taylor. Not Josh Taylor.
That's a lie.
All right, wait. A-Side. Name an A-level fighter.
Regis Prograis. At 140, Regis Prograis.
Regis Prograis is not an A-level fighter.
What? At 140? He's not?
No, not anyway.
Jose Ramirez at 140 wasn't A-level?
No.
Wait, pause. Who the hell is A-level at 154? That's what I'm saying.
Whoa.
A-level at 154.
I judge my critique as far as A and B is like AJ's an A-level fighter, right?
Who's an
Tyson-
A-level fight on Jamal Charlo's resume? Who's an A-level fight on Jamal
He
Charlo's?
doesn't have one.
That's my point. In my opinion, Usyk and Josh Taylor have more of an A-level fighter than Jamal Charlo, in my opinion.
Question: who's better, Baranchik or what's the dude's name? Tony Harrison. Who's a better fighter?
Who's better? Tony Harrison or Prograis? Why are you going with the worst
Tony
fighter?
Harrison's better than Prograis.
You're lying. You don't believe that. You're lying.
I don't think Prograis that good.
You
I don't
don't
think
believe,
Prograis good.
you don't believe that, bro. There's no way you believe that. Who's better, Postal? Who's better, Postal or Postal?
Bro,
or
you
Harrison?
beating Julius and Dongo don't impress me, yo. I'm sorry. He's a turkey.
Yo, hold on.
I said say Julius and Dongo. I said Postal.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
Shane,
Hold on.
Who the Postal? Bro, come on, man.
Buy some. Quick question, bro. Who is it anyone that's A-level in your opinion at 140? That's gonna give me the answer to everything I need.
Just Josh Taylor.
Just Josh Taylor. That's it. Everybody else is B-level and below.
What about 154?
What about 154?
I think Mel is like B+. I don't think Mel's an A-level
Okay,
fighter.
so you already
What
answered
did
your
you win?
question
Hey, what
already.
did he win?
You already answered your question already then.
No,
Because
A-side. Hold on. A-side, what'd you say, bro?
Now I said if he feel like Jamel Charlo a B-level fighter, then he win because it's about the way he judging the fighters.
That's why I asked him. That's why I asked him.
This is the thing, yeah, and I'm gonna call you out on this, YSM. I feel like, especially the fact that we didn't even mention music because the division isn't watched, people ignore the division. There is no way on earth I will ever believe that Jamal Charlo has a better resume than Usyk or Josh Taylor. There's no way. You can never get me to believe
Usyk
that.
is in the top 5.
There's no way you could ever get me to believe that. No way. There's no way.
Hey, Shane, the reason I asked YSM that question is because a lot of times when we get into these back and forths, I got to ask where people rankings are within the division. So when I knew when YSM started flipping off, he said A-level. When he heard Prograis and A-level, I already knew YSM was thinking like A-level in terms of the entire sport.
Yes. Let me tell you something let me tell you how we finish it straight away. The second best fighter at 154 is Castano. He didn't beat. The second best fighter at 140, Josh Taylor beat. The third best fighter at 140, Josh Taylor beat. The fourth best fighter at 140, Josh Taylor beat. Jamal.
Yeah, but that Shane, that doesn't make them better fighters than the other guys just because they're ranked. You can be ranked high. Like we've seen weak divisions before, have you not, Jeff?
No, that's a fact.
Just because you're beating the number 2 fighter in a weak ass division, don't make you better than like. Come on, talent level. The talent level at 54 is high, and the reason why a lot of them dudes have losses because they're fighting everybody. Like
I'll give you that.
Victor Postol, like Jose Ramirez, I never really thought that much of him. He's a solid guy. He's a good fighter, but A-level is great. And I don't think that. No, I can't even knock that because you get outside of Josh Taylor, nobody else is A-level in your opinion. So you really just it's apples and oranges. Like, so I can understand what you're saying. In terms of the original thought of just Jamel having a top 3 resume.
Okay, I'll give him top 5.
I would say he's around that. I would say the thing I like about Mel's resume, and I can't think of a number at this point. I would say he's off top. I would say he's between 5 and 7 in terms of resume. But I can tell you why though. Jamel Charlo and YSM, we've talked about this plenty of times off camera. Like the thing I like about the Charlos, and I'm talking Jamel and Jamal, they will fight that young and up and coming dude, that hot guy that a lot of dudes either drop the belt or move up and wait to avoid them. You know what I'm saying? Like Jamal, he fought J-Rock when everybody thought he was ducking. You know what I'm saying? Jamel took on a Tony Harrison. He took on a Castano when he didn't really have to. He took on a Lubin when Lubin was hot. I didn't think Lubin was ready, but the reason why I put both of the Charlos resumes kind of up there is because they're willing to take on those guys, but it's more so on principle than the actual like name. Like, you know what I mean? It's more so principle than anything else. So I would say between like that 5 and 7 range. Like, Shane just wasn't feeling the question. Like he was just gonna go his way. Like,
oh shit! If we're gonna include totality, Danny Garcia.
Danny, you got to throw Danny in there. Danny got a killer resume.
He definitely got a killer resume. But I think if you look at Jamal Charlo the last 5 to 10 years, I mean, he got when Jamal was at Golden Boy. I mean, when Mel was at Golden Boy, he didn't have no easy fights. When he was
no, he had a hard way up. He didn't
have no easy fights over there.
That was a point of contention.
Rosen, huh?
Yeah, that was a point of contention with him and Golden Boy.
Yeah.
Because if you look at Maul's first title shot and you look at his first title shot was going to be Demetrius Andrew.
Right. The thing that's crazy. The thing that's crazy. Oscar De La Hoya and Eddie Hearn, they don't care. They put their guys through the gauntlet. Like I don't know if to say that they're stupid or just I respect it. They take their top prospects within the first 7-8 fights, man. They in dog fights. Like they don't coddle. They don't coddle their guys, man. Like
they don't do that to everybody though.
They don't do that to everybody.
Yeah,
they don't do it to everybody.
They didn't do that to Ryan.
Yeah, they didn't do that to Ryan. But go ahead, YSM. He's probably gonna say the same thing I'm going to say. Go ahead, YSM.
They protect. We all know the aura around Golden Boy when it comes to a certain demographic, right? I feel like they protect the money, and the money as in the Mexican fighter that they think will sell. That's what they consider money. They're going to protect that guy as opposed to other fighters. You just go ahead.
But I tell you what though, that's over now because Canelo's not there no more. And now what Oscar? You remember as soon as Canelo left. Then that's when Oscar started doing all the Ryan Garcia tank talk and all the Vergil Ortiz is the best guy and I got the best upcoming stable. If Vergil Ortiz and Ryan Garcia don't hit, Golden Boys no more. I'm telling you.
A-side, but check this out though. Like when it comes down to Golden Boy, like it's like YSM said, like he's spot on with this because you take like a Rashidi Ellis.
I was about to say,
take a Rashidi Ellis. Like we literally was just talking about Rashidi Ellis on Twitter, and I think Rick Glaser was like, "Yo, he's asking for too much for fights and this, that, and the third." And Breadman got at him, and he was just like, "Yo, bro, like I respect your opinion, but you real disrespectful towards fighters." He was just like, "You say all this stuff about fighters," and he was like, "You don't know what's going on behind the scenes." And Rick Glaser was trying to say like, "No, I do know what's going on behind the scenes." And I'm like, and I responded and I was just like, "Yo, you can't knock a person for trying to get what they think they are worth for a certain amount of time. There's a window where you can negotiate your quote unquote worth. But once you get beyond that window, if you start asking for just crazy numbers, then I feel like you just didn't want to fight." YSM, I'm gonna give you a prime. Appreciate this one. Tevin Farmer, Tank Davis. Tevin Farmer, Tank Davis. He had his window, right? He had his window where he was trying to negotiate his amount. And to be honest with you, based off of the setup, it was supposed to have been pay-per-view, all of that other stuff. I didn't even have a problem seeing him trying to get as much as he could. I didn't have a problem with it. But YSM, you and I both know we inside the business. We know that he was asking for that number way beyond that window. You know what window I'm talking about? Way beyond that window. Go ahead, YSM.
So, A-side, this is for you, right? The narrative out there is that Tank is ducked, Tank is scared, and that Tank ducked Tevin Farmer, right?
I don't think so.
So, no, I said that's the narrative.
Narrative, right? Some people like that's the zone narrative. That was the zone narrative at the time.
Yeah, that's the narrative people try to push. Okay, so he was offered 2.4 plus the pay-per-view, right?
Yeah.
The number that he asked for is, I'm talking about, is higher than what Terence Crawford gets.
Oh, yeah. So he ain't want to fight.
Okay. Yeah.
He ain't want to fight.
So I ain't gonna reveal the number, but it was
that
higher than
win-
Terence Crawford.
It's
It was
that window.
higher than the Earl Spence guarantee.
He ain't want to fight then.
Yeah,
Now he's free agent. So
that's it. But that's A side. That's what we was getting at. Like, there's a certain window.
Yeah,
that
some
you
guys
have
will
to-
price themselves out.
Yeah, like that was beyond. If YSM was to give you the number, like, this beyond pricing out. Like it was beyond pricing out. Like it was insane. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it was really, really insane. But it goes back to, like, these fighters have, when they have an opportunity to max out their worth, then yeah, like, go ahead and do it. But it's like, once you see they not budging, then you gotta kind of show, like, you want to get close to your number, but you also want to show that you want to fight as well. And it was like he was coming at Rashidi Ellis' neck. Like, I'm gonna screenshot the comments and I'm actually send them to you. But yeah, Breadman got
it gonna make me snap?
real good. Huh?
Is it gonna make me snap?
No, it's not gonna make you snap because of Breadman's response. So it's not gonna make you snap. Like, Breadman said the exact same thing you would say or I would say. Like,
Okay.
just like, yo, like, you really, like, disrespectful when it come down to Rick Glacier's the type. He's the type of dude, like, he's pro promoter, pro manager, like, whatever they say, like, they're pretty much correct. If a fighter's trying to fight, if they're trying to fight for their worth or fight for a certain amount, if he don't feel like they're quote unquote exciting or something like that, or don't bring anything to the table, like, they just shouldn't talk. And that's not the case. That's not the case. Like, that's not the case. Like, every fighter is an individual contractor. Every fighter's an individual contractor. Everybody got a 1099. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a 1099. So you have to negotiate your worth. I'm like, Erislandy Lara is guaranteed a main event slot. He got that because he negotiated that. It's not because he's exciting in the ring. He got that when he was at his peak, when he was talking Canelo big shit.
What's the saying that your worth is what you can negotiate?
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
I have two questions for both of y'all though. All right, so Rick Glacier. Does people even know what Rick Glacier does for a living?
I do. I know what he says he does.
Yeah, but all right, so have you ever seen a dude? Have you ever seen a dude who was a real boxing insider, like in the business of boxing, post his chair? And what I mean his chair is like that Bob Arum and them got him a seat with his name on it at the event. Have you ever seen somebody do that?
No.
A-side. Have you ever seen Sam Watson do that?
No, I never.
Anybody that's in boxing that got juice in boxing can thank person for getting them a seat at the event.
No, I ain't never heard of that before.
That in itself just showed me that some people just do and say shit for clout. Now, at one time, did he have juice in boxing? Yeah, when he's rocking with Don King. But as of his relevancy now, like, what fighters do you have? Okay, what matches are you making? Like, all I see you doing is talking about what other people are doing. Are you a reporter or are you a matchmaker?
And the thing is, he said he was working with Frank Warren, right? Then I think something came up and he's not working with Frank Warren anymore. When it comes down to it, I'm like, he's somebody that works behind the scenes, like a lot of boxing people work behind the scenes. I mean, shoot, I work behind the scenes. YSM works behind the scenes. There's other people that I can mention that work behind the scenes in some capacity that's beyond just being a fan. You know what I'm saying? But you would think that someone coming from that Don King link, you would think like his arm stretches a lot longer than what it does. You understand what I'm saying?
T-Rex.
Yeah, he got T-Rex arms. Like, you know what I'm saying? He got T-Rex arms. Like, that's just what it is. Like, but you would think that he would have more juice. Like even if you go to his website, it's strictly, hey, contact me at this number or at this email. It really doesn't say what he does. So A-Side, this is not a situation where YSM and I are talking smack about somebody else.
Because when I, you know what's crazy? When I see Rick Glazer post, like every day, I'm always on the edge of, do I block him or do I keep looking at his tweets? Like I promise you, like, nah, real talk. Like, do I just unfollow him or do I just keep looking at it? Like, so I understand.
You know what? You know what though? This is the thing. Because I used to think the same way. Like, and YSM actually taught me this. Like, you have to actually understand the landscape that you in, no matter how ridiculous somebody's landscape is. Because for every person that has a landscape like that, there's probably about 50 other people that have that same landscape. So A-Side, when you decide to jump on live, you know what I'm saying, and you expand your brand, you expand your situation. Just know when you go on live, there's a chance there's some Rick Glazers in the comment section. Right. I remember being on YSM's live and he had straight trolls on his joint. I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on? And YSM literally had to be like, yo, I don't know what you talking about, but we here to talk boxing.
Yeah.
So you do have to, you gotta, learn how to move vultures. Like that's just how I go. But you gotta understand who's vultures and who's not. So being on Twitter, it gives you a really, really good idea of how people be thinking. Facebook's another one. Gives you a real good idea of how crazy people be thinking. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like YSM can interact with whoever because YSM works within the sport in a sense. So he knows within the first 5 minutes. Basically, when he got on here, we heard you talking for the first 5 minutes. We was like, all right, cool. We can have a real convo with A-Side.
Sure.
We don't have that same thing with everybody else.
Is this his first time?
Yeah, it's my first time.
This is his first time on live. Yeah.
You got a channel, brother?
Say that again? Yeah, I do.
You got a channel? Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna make sure I subscribe.
Gotcha. But we knew from the jump, we was like, all right, we can have a real conversation with A-Side. We can give another person 5 minutes and we'd be like, all right, I'd be like, why let's cut this shit short, man. We gonna keep this shit moving. Like that's how it be. But that's what you have, that's what you're gonna run into like going forward. That's why I'm glad that you jumped on because I'm like YSM, myself, maybe like 2-3 other channels. Like we're really the only ones that's really gonna really put the link in the chat.
Yeah.
All right, come on through. Like, not everybody's doing that. You be around the Twitter landscape, the YouTube landscape and all that. Guys on live 10, 12 hours a day, and we all know for what.
Yeah.
That's just, that's just what it is. Yeah.
What's your name on Facebook, bro?
What you say?
What's your name on Facebook?
It's my first name. I can put it. I'm sending it to you. Let's see. It's Dimitri. I can tell you my first. It don't matter. Dimitri. It's just my first name, last name. Dimitri Gupta. Let me see.
I ain't hear the last name.
I'm gonna put it in the chat. I'm trying to put it in the chat.
Yeah, but like A-Side, we had so many conversations off camera. We probably could charge for it.
Yeah,
real track between the Facebook chats and he'll probably jump back in, but between the Facebook chats and then the Instagram joint, I had to put this chat on mute, bro. I had to put it on mute. Like it's so many messages going in and out, and it's people that's like from other countries. So it's like 7 o'clock. It's like 7:23 p.m. here. It's 7 o'clock in the morning out there. Like, and my joint going off 3, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. Like that joint was just going boom, 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 boom. I'm like, yo, I gotta put this shit on mute. Like that's how crazy it is. Like it's crazy. Like YSM jumped up. I mean, Shane, his phone probably died. Hey, let me tell you this real quick. This off topic, right?
Go ahead.
I talked to somebody, right? I interviewed a kid I interviewed before, right? He just won Saturday, right? So I interviewed him. I said, bro, why you didn't tell me you had another fight lined up? this just goes to show like fighters need guidance. Like this is a prime example of it, right? So he just one Saturday, I said, "Yo, bro," I said, "Why you didn't tell me you had another fight lined up?" He said, What are you talking about?" I said, "Bro, you have another fight lined up." He said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Box rec, you have a whole nother fight lined up." I literally had to tell him. I had to tell him, right, the date, the location, who he was fighting, and under what promotional company.
Are you serious?
No bullshit.
Yeah, we gotta have a talk because a lot has transpired in this last couple of weeks. We definitely gotta have
I
Yeah,
literally. Why
yeah.
is up? Yo, you still there, bro?
Hit
Shane?
the comment. Hit the comment.
Shane.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to the boy A-Shot, man.
Yeah, his name is Dimitri Gupton. Gupton.
I'm gonna reach out to him because we got a spot open because Shane don't want to join.
Spot over win.
On Facebook, he's exclusively Instagram. Like
Shane don't want to join.
The truth is, I'm gonna leave Instagram soon.
Shane, I heard you got an exclusive deal with Instagram, like AJ with Sky Sports, man.
Nah, AJ's left Sky Sports.
hold on, I got a bunch of comments in here that I did not get.
I was telling you that,
AJ
but
yo, I'm gonna
phone.
run through them. Chris G said it was not a knockdown. I'm assuming he's talking about the Mean Machine joint. 2 exchanges that no punches were landed prior to Ortiz falling because of the momentum. Conrad, what do you think is next for Ortiz? I don't know what's next for Ortiz, Conrad, to be honest with you. I have no clue. Davidian Simmons, Virgil Ortiz is that young boy. He's nice. Conrad, maybe we'll see Crawford against Porter soon enough. I don't know. I got a theory on that YSM. I guess I'll wrap you off camera about that. I don't think that's happening though. Davidian, but I would love to see the fight between Virgil and Terence Crawford. Virgil Ortiz is not a basic fighter. I think he is a basic fighter.
Super basic, just like Earl.
Yeah, he's basic. He's straight up and down.
One of my favorite fighters is basic. I love Dimitri Bivol, but he's basic.
Yeah, Bivol's basic, but he's really good. Yeah,
just like the Charlos, basic.
Yeah, and Jermel is more athletic than Jamal, but Jamal basics is way better.
Yeah,
than Jamel's. Davidian Virgil Ortiz is turning into a special young fighter. Now, Davidian, let me say this real quick. For his age, he's doing well. Like he's doing well. So I think he needs to change trainers to kind of go to that next level. But I still think Virgil Ortiz is like a good 2 years away before he's like elite. We talking like elite. And I'm talking with the right trainer, right fights, being matched up correctly, things like that, to kind of work on the things that you need to work on in the gym. Toshi, he said he stopped him. Hold on. He stopped Mean Machine quicker than Bud. Virgil was 23 years old. Bud was 32 when he fought Mean Machine. Yeah.
I mean that I hate when people use comparisons to try and judge a fight, because that is just so stupid. It is the dumbest thing you can do.
It's like bragging. I mean, I look at it more like bragging rights or whatever. Toshi said 55-45. I don't really agree with that. I don't agree with that, but I mean, you're not the only one to say that on this panel, though. So
if Bud boxes and moves and just runs like how he done against Victor Postol, you still think it's 55-45? Because you would have to show me a fight where he's shown cut off the ring skills.
Hold on. Audi alias TT. What's going on with you, brother? I think you're new, so definitely subscribe to the channel. What the F is totality? That is nothing but bull to make normal fighters look better.
That's what I believe.
Okay. Conrad Boxing, Loma got a decent resume too. Yes, he does.
We
Yes,
forgot
he
about
does.
Loma. That's
Well, I forgot about Loma. Audi said Shane is the only one talking truth.
Thank you, bro. That's the truth. Because we're talking about the resume stuff, and they're talking shit.
Shane, is this a relative?
I don't know who this is.
I'm just messing with you. Jordan, what's going on, bro? He said Harrison always comes in phenomenal shape, but Shane is right. Also chocolate teeth. Yeah, that's another one, bro.
Bro, come on, bro. Come on. I can literally list off the names when it comes to chocolate teeth.
Conrad Box, there's so many guys with a better resume easily. Audi just called me a troll. Man, I need some trolls, brother. I don't have any. Jamel is at number 8. In terms of resume. Number 8. He says stop fighting up and coming, fight the real deal. I'm assuming he's talking about Bud. Eddie Hearn is for real hardcore supporters.
I'm critical of Eddie Hearn at times, but he's okay.
Rod Rook Davies, what's going on, player? I know you're new to the channel, man. Subscribe to it. Subscribe to the website as well. I'm on a timeout and no one is commenting. He said I'm on a timeout.
He meant he had time out.
Oh, okay.
The comments, I apologize.
Okay. Can we actually? I wonder if we can find him. Audi alias TT. But you know what though? Hopefully he'll play this back, man. Sometimes that happens, man. Like just when it gets to a heated discussion. Like, and I had a feeling that was going to happen. In terms of Virgil.
The comments. So
I always get to the comments. It's very very few times does this happen. But when it does happen, it's because the conversation is so good. It's just I'm just not.
The truth is, this one thing I'll say about me and Jeff watch another channel called Boxing Lowdown. Yeah. And when Boxing Lowdown is always a dude who's always sitting on the fence. When it gets heated, Jeff always sits on the fence. He never gives his opinion. He never ever gives his opinion. He literally becomes almost, for lack of a better word, shadow. Literally just into the dark. Like he doesn't really say anything. And that's the funniest thing is because obviously I feel like maybe you just want to host it, but like you should have been a bit more opinionated.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I had to let you know, when Vlog and YSM is on, man, they're pretty opinionated. So I wanted to let A-Side get his, you know what I mean, get his in as well.
True, like whenever if you want to jump on, you literally just jump on. He never jumped on before.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to find him on YouTube, and I can't find him, man. I hope.
He does seem like a very level-headed individual. Like,
I mean, anybody that calls me a troll is definitely level-headed, as far as I'm concerned. You know, but he, my bro, stay ready. Stay ready is in the building.
A-Side, I'm talking about. I said A-Side.
A-Side seemed like he good people. Remember that name too, bro.
Stay ready.
Dimitri Gupton.
Stay ready,
Stay ready. Big shout out to Stay Ready, man. That's my bro. That's my bro right there, for real, man. Like for sure. One of the best in the business. Tomorrow's agenda.
I sent you the paper. You had it on your paper. What did you have?
I don't have a paper in front of me. I'm trying to think. What? Damn. What was for tomorrow? Because we was doing Pacquiao Ugas Wednesday.
That was right. Wednesday. Oh, I know.
We slid Wilder and Fury in that slot. Is it really going to happen?
Was it Wilder Fury? I thought that was Thursday.
Was that Thursday?
I thought Tuesday was Errol Spence on the eye, and people.
Oh yeah,
questioned
yeah. Earl Spence and this whole eye thing, man. Like I don't understand why people think that he's faking it. I don't understand that. Like I really don't. Like somebody needs to make that make sense.
the truth is now that the truth. It's funny because now that the Pacquiao and Errol Spence fight is cancelled, I actually don't think the fight will ever happen because I think that Ugas is going to take a lot out of Pacquiao. I think Pacquiao is going to win, but I think Ugas is going to take a lot out of it.
Could you see Pacquiao retiring if he just like
I
does
can
the
see
thing?
him. I can see him winning and just retiring.
Yeah, I can see that as well. Like I can
The
really
truth
see that
is,
as well.
many people have had it over his head that he's ducking and he's running from the best. The fact that he tried to fight Errol Spence, they can't really take anything away from him. They'd be like, you know
Nah,
what, you at the top.
you can't like, and because I
And he
I think
signed up to go on the testing as well. So, like,
yeah, and he signed up for VADA testing, so you can't even knock him. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you can't knock him like at all, man. But I think we're gonna close this one out, good brother. Hold on, Conrad Boxing said Pac still wants Khan. I felt like how much you make? Yeah, Pac still wants Khan. Um, I mean, to be honest with you, like Pac could have been had that fight if he just wanted the bag. That's a quick.
they could have put that fight. They could have put that fight in Dubai or Saudi
Yeah,
Arabia.
they could have put that in Dubai, and he could have made plenty of money. So I just don't think he was interested in Khan. I think it's the other way around. I think Khan spent half of his career chasing Pac and Floyd anyway. You know
And
what I'm
then
saying?
Kelvin spent half of his career chasing Khan.
Yeah. And then he didn't want to fight Kell Brook, and then he was willing to fight whoever just to impress Pac and Floyd. Like I think he spent like 3-4 years of his career just fighting dudes that was just he just didn't need to fight. Like just saying like, hey, like I fought this person, I fought that person, give me a shot. Like Khan is the equivalent of that stalker chick. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, like it's literally crazy, man. But we gonna close it out right there. We went a good 2 hours strong, man. Conrad, we're gonna let you get this last one off. Pac doesn't seem like the guy who just retires. It depends, bro. It depends because Conrad, you got to look at it this way. If Pacquiao beats Ugas, right? Let's just say Spence it's taking him a long time for him to recover. Let's just say the WBC puts him on, like champion of recess or something like that. So there's an interim title fight between, let's just say, Sean and I don't know, pick somebody else, like Sean and whoever. Once that happens, then Pac is gonna possibly have to fight somebody other than Spence. So if that was his main target and he didn't, he's not gonna be able to get his main target, then yeah, he could retire. He could retire. Like for sure. Definitely go to the website, go to g5ftv.com. Prediction Fantasy League is hot and heavy, man. We will be putting extra fights on here to
What fight you putting on? You say you're gonna put the Lara and Warrington fight.
Well, yeah, let's put Laura Warrington on.
What fight can be on this week, next week? Because next week there's no fight, but I don't know what fight you can put on next week. If you fight next week.
Next week? That's a good question. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look. To be honest with you, I'm gonna have to look. Yo, ESPN gets on my nerves, bro. But I'll get it done in another video. It's too late. They put something on their website talking about some Joshua Franco showed new skills to beat Andrew Moloney. Like, no, he beat him the same way he beat him in the first fight.
Some people say the first fight was a robbery, though.
Who? Franco?
Yeah, when Franco fought Moloney.
Franco clearly won that fight.
Some people say it was a robbery.
Yeah, that was an 8-4 fight. That was one of the easiest fights to score. Like Moloney was up maybe like 3-1 going into round 5, and like Franco just won.
Isn't that fight canceled?
Yeah, that fight's canceled, Conrad. Benavidez got COVID. So they canceled that fight.
It's still on PBC's website though.
Well, they don't matter if it's on their website. That fight's canceled. That means they haven't updated it yet. You know what I mean? Let me see. Pacquiao is this weekend. Then the next weekend, Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley.
No, we ain't doing that, bro.
But I don't have a problem. But I don't have a problem with there are fights on the undercard that I would like to discuss.
Who's on the undercard?
Dubois on the undercard.
Who's Dubois fight?
I'll find out. There's somebody. It's, as my man YSM would say, it's a turkey. I think it's a turkey.
Let me look. Supposed to be fighting Trevor Bryan. That fight is not good enough to be on the track. So. Joe
Casamero.
Yep,
19-3.
That ain't happening. Everybody be going 1 round knockout. That's a trash one.
But at the fight I do want to pick though, I want to put on, and people may not pick it though because they don't know these two. Ivan Baranchik versus Montana Love. I saw that
myself. I was like, oh, but that's a bit too hardcore. I saw that. I went on BoxingFirst and I saw that. I was like, oh, that's a good fight.
Yo, that's a good fight. That's a good fight, man. Big shout out to Baranchik. Big shout out to Montana Love too, man. Like he's a must follow.
I'm surprised Montana Love even took that fight.
Why you say that?
Because Baranchik where's Baranchik in his career right now? I mean, he came off a very bad loss against Zepeda. Lost to Josh Taylor.
You mean why did Baranchik take the fight?
No, what's Montana Love going to get from this fight? Like,
bro, that's the biggest name on his resume.
Yeah, but people look at him as like stale, like he's tough. Yeah. I don't know.
This fight puts Montana Love on the map.
Baranchik, you think so? After Zepeda just wiped.
No, I'm talking about Montana Love. This fight puts Montana Love on the map.
Yeah, but I'm saying, you think that after Baranchik just got wiped by Zepeda, you think people will still be thinking?
Yes, because Montana Love needs that signature fight. It don't matter what's going on with Baranchik right now. Like, Montana Love needs the signature fight to announce himself. This is that signature fight. This Baranchik is the one. This is a fight that I would question for Baranchik. Like, why would he take this fight?
Because where he is in his career, they know that he's on a slide, isn't it? Like he's probably.
Yeah, I was. If I was managing Baranchik, I wouldn't have took this fight. There's better style matchups. Like Montana Love is a southpaw, slick.
No, but I remember Montana Love is the A side. Baranchik just took the fight because he's coming off a loss. And he's probably looking at himself like he's probably now a gatekeeper.
But it's still a statement fight. It's still a statement fight for Montana Love.
I don't know, man. I don't rate Baranchik that highly anymore in the division.
No, it's not about that though. Like I agree with you. But the thing is, he still needs that signature fight though. He still needs that signature fight at the end of the day. Your boy Tommy Fury's on the card.
Hell no, I ain't watching.
Hey man, listen, man.
I don't think we're gonna have a fight on 28. I don't think we're gonna have a pick. I don't think there's a pick.
Yeah, the closest would be Montana Love and Baranchik. If I really, I mean, I don't feel comfortable putting Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley on the website.
Bro, if you done that, I ain't picking that.
I don't feel comfortable doing that. Only way I would do that is unless I got a high demand to put it on there. Then I would do it. But it's me personally, I just don't feel comfortable doing that. It may not be anything for that week. Man. But listen, man, we gonna cut it off there, man. 2 hours plus. Of course, Tony's reviews comes in. He said, I gotta tip my hat to Ortiz. He fought a fight that he has never fought before and looked very good doing it. It's time for Bud.
You missed the whole entire debate.
Tony, you missed the whole debate. We put the link in the chat and everything, man. We was in here getting busy, bro. There were some other people in here that was saying the same thing you were saying, bro. So we're not gonna sit up here and say you're completely wrong on that. But listen, Shane, give them your social media, man.
I'm Shane, the number one.
I_am Shane, the number one, exclusively on Instagram, nowhere else but Instagram for Shane. And
that's a lie.
Oh yeah, that is definitely a lie, man. And also, you can find my man Shane on G5JeffTV.com exclusively. Tony's review said, "Damn, my dude, yeah, man, we was getting busy. You had to listen to the playback, man. I would say maybe about like we could say about like 45, 50 minutes in, Shane.
Yeah,
about
maybe
40 to 45 minutes in, if you want to skip right to it, like we was getting busy, like A-side boxing.
You also need to join the fantasy league.
Hey, yeah, Tony's reviews. You got to join the fantasy league, man. G5JeffTV.com.
I don't know what Blunt was talking about. He made his wife pick on. Bro, what is that? That's a terrible excuse. That's worse than saying your dog ate your homework.
Right. He said, I'll hit the playback. Yeah, look about like 40 to 45 minutes in. Basically, you'll see A-Side Boxing, Boxing First Vlog, and YSM Sports Media. So it was basically the five of us. That's when it really got like busy. It was cool in the beginning, but it got busy around that time. So Tony's reviews, big shout out to you, man. Basically, I'm all over the place, man. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, G5JeffTV website, www.g5jefftv.com. News, articles, boxing prediction, fantasy league is on there. I mean, we're content creators, we're writers, we do it all. You know what I'm saying? It's all under one umbrella. So you know, we try to do the best we can on a daily basis. But make sure y'all following us everywhere, because just because we don't drop a regular YouTube video does not mean we're not working. We are working every single day. You just got to follow us everywhere to catch everything that we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Not everything that we do is meant for every single platform. Okay, so we need for all of you guys to understand that. But definitely go to the website, G5JeffTV.com. We do have a fight for this weekend for you to predict, and that is Manny Pacquiao versus Yordenis Ugas. And I think that's something we got to get into tomorrow, Shane. Not only the Spence eye issue, but the fact of the people that bought tickets.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We got to get into that tomorrow as well. So with that being said, man, we're going to leave it off there, man. On behalf of the VP, Shane, always holding it down from out the UK. My guy, Boxing First Vlog, a.k.a. Blunt Bayless, and he was definitely on his Blunt Bayless shit today. YSM Sports Media and everybody else that joined us. Big shout out to A-Side Boxing as well, man. Big shout out to you, bro. Hopefully you'll jump on more often. And let me get his name before we roll. You got his name, Shane?
That's funny. His name was Dimitri
Gupton.
Yeah.
Gupton. Gupton. Okay. So yeah, on behalf of VP Shane and your boy G5 Jeff TV, this was a good live, man. This was a good one. We out.